We are not the most affordable, but we are not also the most expensive. But I would say that service quality and the pricing ratio is quite good. This is my impression from cooperation with the existing clients from Europe, especially from clients from Sweden, let's say from Scandinavia, or from clients from United States or UK for that matter, because those markets are the premium markets.
How was the day, Eden?
Yeah, it's going quite well. Usually happy with all of my days. This one is not exemption. I hope you're having a nice day as well.
Yeah, sure. I'm having a nice day. How's the weather? Is it winter over there right now?
Yeah, it's kind of a winter. We had some snow as well, but nowadays it's all melted and it's a little bit gray. But it's normal for the Europe. It's normal to have these kind of winter days. We used to have like 20 years ago. I'm a bit old. I'm 37 years old. So we used to have like proper winters in Europe with 2 or 3 months of snow. But nowadays we had like 15 days of snow. And so far, hopefully it will get better by the January or February, hopefully. But yeah, it's fine, I would say. I traveled across the world, so I'm happy with the European weather. I can be confident that we were lucky with the weather at least.
That's great to hear. Which part of Europe you're in? We're from Italy, Germany, Spain. Where are you from?
Yeah, it's quite close to Italy. So Bosnia is across the Adriatic Sea. So basically almost like the neighbors to Italy.
So Aiden, I was going through your website and I got to know that doing some digital marketing stuff like web development, SEO and other kind of stuff. The reason my team reached out to you to help you out with getting more leads, to get you consistently and to scale up your business, to make your business profitable. And would you mind sharing me a little bit more about your business, what part you were struggling with, and what sort of leads you were looking for, so that I can walk you through, I can help you out?
So I'm gonna tell you right away. So we've got like at least 60-70% of our revenue coming from the local clients, from the national clients, I would say, from the clients from Bosnia, because in our country we are well known for being performance-based digital advertising agency. So we are kind of well established in terms of brand recognition, in terms of brand awareness. So at least more than half of our revenue is coming from the local clients. But the Bosnia within Europe, it's a really small market, not only in terms of number of people, but also in terms of buying power, purchasing power. So the clients coming from Europe, let's say from Scandinavia, from Sweden, from Germany, from all these, or from the United States for that matter, are much more valuable to us, So we never actually had any active sales towards these developed markets. We did have some connections through Bosnian diaspora, so people working for the companies from those countries sometimes approach us and they may request a quotation and they may initiate some cooperation with our company, either through software website development projects or through performance advertising. But it was never organized as a sales department aiming and targeting those countries, those markets. And we never had any standard operating procedures in terms of sales, in terms of client acquisition. And what we are trying to do and what we are thinking about at the moment is to establish a certain channels for client acquisition targeting those countries, because we do have some clients, we do have some case studies, we do have experience with those markets. We tend to believe that we are competitive in terms of service quality. We are definitely competitive in terms of pricing. Yeah, something in between, let's say, typical outsourced from India or from Pakistan, and something between actual prices of the local companies in the United States and Europe. I would say that we are somewhere in between in terms of pricing, something like that. We are not the most affordable, but we are not also the most expensive. But I would say that service quality and the pricing ratio is quite good. This is my impression from cooperation with the existing clients from Europe, especially from clients from Sweden, let's say from Scandinavia, or from clients from United States or UK for that matter, because those markets are the premium markets and people are paying the best money for the services, clients from those markets, And what we are trying to do now is like figure it how to approach those markets, how to set up some sales funnels, how to possibly automate the sales process in order to be in the position to have a proper plans in terms of number of calls, number of clients, so we can plan our capacities as well, So this is something what we are trying to do. At the moment, we are also working with with one United States-based agency, like really, really closely, and we are implementing all their standard operating procedures, and we understand that we can, without no issues whatsoever, we can provide services for United States clients as well. And we did in the past. We are also working with some clients at the present, but we are trying to increase the number of international clients, and that's something what we are trying to do now. We did have some test campaigns in terms of cold email outreach with at least 5 or 6 companies, one being from Canada, one being from Sweden, one being from Serbia, at least two of other companies I cannot recall at the moment, because this is something I'm trying to do for the past 2 years. But not only we haven't had any results, we had some troubles even set up calls, not only to sell anything. I don't even know if the service I'm offering are, perceived as a good deal from the customers, because I don't have a sheer volume of customers to have some statistics behind it, So I don't know if this something that I'm offering is a good offering or not, because I don't have enough calls, I don't have enough prospects, because all those campaigns were not really performing well. Some of the reason why cold email outreach is just one of the ways how we think we should be able to promote our services. We strongly believe that we can invest some time and money in establishing partnerships, appearing in some events, organizing webinars or whatever. All these promotional tools are a possibility. But my thinking is that cold email outreach would probably be the best way to start, acquiring customers from international markets if done properly, So this is why I was trying to work with so many companies, but unfortunately we haven't had any luck in that sense at all. And I also thought what could be a reason, maybe advertising services and software development services are very competitive niches. When it comes to cold email outreach, maybe that's not the best product/service to promote using cold email outreach. But I still strongly believe if everything is in place in terms of communication, in terms of technical approach, in terms of lead quality, in terms of segmentation of the market and so on and so forth, it should be at least generating some calls and some clients, if not being the main or the most valuable sales channel in general. I don't know. So that's why whenever I'm getting these messages, emails, similar to the one I got from you guys on a daily basis, rather through email or through LinkedIn inbox, I'm getting many messages on a daily basis. I don't know what was the reason why I, for this specific moment, responded to your communication. I don't know. It may be something you brought in an email. It may be a good momentum. I don't know, but I wanted to hear what is your approach, what is your maybe edge, some good case studies you got from the same industry. If you have something comparable that you already work with and you've got some good results, I want to learn about your pricing, the way how you work, the technology you're using, and so on and so forth. Because I'm gonna keep trying to establish this cold email outreach as a sales channel, as hopefully it will work at a certain point. But at this moment, I don't really have a good experience with it, to be honest with you. Although I understand that this is a very competitive market, I still believe something can be done. I hope this is a good introduction to you. If you have any specific questions, I may answer to. I would be more than happy to do that.
No, not a problem. Thank you for sharing those details, taking time and give me those details to me. And as you mentioned, you have already tried email marketing. Are you still running email marketing, or the agency you're talking about in the USA, they are doing marketing for you?
No, at the moment we stopped all the campaigns. The last one was like 1 month ago. We were running at least 2,000 or 3,000 different 3,000 recipients without a single booking, without a single call. We don't do it internally. We typically outsource. We think that somebody who's specialized in cold email outreach would probably have a better chances in doing it right, because we want to learn through the process as well. Although we know how to do it from the technical point of view in terms of warming up domains, in terms of selecting, I don't know, Instantly or any other platform to use for the
What
email
platform did
outreach.
you use? Use Instantly?
Yeah, we would be typically using Instantly, or at least the companies running cold email outreach for us, they would typically use Instantly, and we are kind of familiar with Instantly. And I went through the process myself because I wanted to make sure that I understand the whole process. So I did it with a company from Canada. We built this new website specifically for that. I can share the website with you because they were insisting on setting up the website where the case studies would be the most important aspect of the website. I don't know, they changed something. Is this redirecting? I don't know what is happening with this domain. The site is gone, so it is redirecting to some .org domain. I don't know. Never mind, So we built a completely new website. We wrote some case studies. We set up an Instantly account. We had like 3 domains, warming up domains and everything, but without any luck, unfortunately, for a few months. So I decided to stop it, because I was paying on a monthly basis. I don't know how much, but if it's not working, it makes no sense to pay for it anyway. So we did try with a company from Serbia as well, like a few months ago. They were not able to book calls. And also the last one was from Sweden, not the last one, like third in the back. I don't know how to. At least three companies that I was involved directly with during the process of cold email outreach, but nobody generated any calls or sales whatsoever. So I don't know. I'm guessing I'm just gonna try working with different companies until I find somebody who's gonna be actually skillful enough to do it. So if it's an issue with a specific niche that we are working with, I would also highly appreciate like a completely transparent and honest, approach where you would typically say we try to do software development or performance advertising in the past. We didn't got some good results, so we don't know if this is a good niche to do or not. This is also, I would appreciate this approach, but nobody actually said it like that. Everybody was like, oh, it is a bit competitive, but we will try it. And after a while, they would just, they would continuously trying to change stuff and testing without any good results in terms of, we got some openings and some response to email, but we would never get some actual calls on the calendar. We would never get actual clients from those campaigns in the past. That's why I'm a little bit reluctant now, and I'm also trying to find somebody who's willing to do. That's why I asked if you are working performance based, because this is what I do for my clients. So if I'm running PPC campaigns for e-commerce, I'm gonna go performance based without no issues. If I know that it's gonna work, so why not? So that's why I think if there is a company that is willing to try it this way and maybe make more money than through the fixed monthly amount, I would love to do that as well, so I don't know.
So when you say that you did marketing for software development and performance advertising, you mean Google Ads or Meta ad campaign? What basically promote?
We typically either advertise e-commerces using Meta ads and Google, or we are providing lead generation services using the same tools for the service-based companies. That's like a core business. But we also have software/website development team or mobile app development team where we are taking the projects for the software development.
What
And
country did you target? Europe or USA?
oh, we tried both. We tried USA and Canada, but also we tried Europe as well. We even tried the regional countries where people speak the same language. That didn't work as well for some reason. I don't know. Although some of those companies may even recognize our company through the different events, conferences, and maybe partnerships and stuff like that, but it didn't work so far.
Okay, let me tell you a little bit about my experience, about my team, about my work. And when it comes to email marketing, we have been doing this for like 6 years. And we work for different agencies, work for different countries, work for businesses like job recruitment agencies, SEO companies, Facebook ad campaign, e-commerce, and we did it for different other agencies like PR agencies. So these are the companies that we work for so far, and I have also worked on Upwork. I didn't share my Upwork profile. If you want, I can share my Upwork profile link with you. That's my Upwork profile. Whenever you have time, you can take a look at it. You will get to see my previous client testimonials, my previous work experience. So when it comes to email marketing, we have experience setting up the whole infrastructure from scratch. If you don't have a infrastructure ready, like with the domain from Google Workspace or with Microsoft, to make sure your email deliverability, we always make sure that we are setting up DNS record, DMARC, SPF, MX record properly, so that we land into inbox rather than spam. Once we do that, we set those email accounts for the warm-up process. That will take minimum 2 weeks, 10 to 14 days. Once that is done, then we start scraping leads for your niche, for the service that you're going to provide. And we do verify those leads through different tools like Million Verifier, Reon, before we launch them into any campaign. Okay, once that is done, then we do work on email copywriting. That's the most important part. Okay, so because that's the message you're gonna send to the people, and it should be precise, it should be to the point, it should not be too long. You should avoid using spam word, you should avoid using any link, you should avoid using any photos on the first email. That's basically some regulations that we need to follow. We always need to use spin text when it comes to sending email campaign, and multiple variations should be there. Otherwise, we keep on sending same text, same type of messages, we will start getting marked as spam. That's the issue. So we need to make sure that we are doing it in a proper way, we're not violating any rules, and we are hitting inbox. If we can do that, then definitely our reply rate will be much higher and response rate much higher. And from our end, you don't have to do anything else. You just have to join the meeting, come to the meeting. We will take care of everything from our end. We will follow up with the lead. We will send them. If we need any case studies, I will let you know, hey Aiden, I have a guy looking for a case study. You can share that with me. I can pass to the lead and they can jump on a meeting with you and you can close the deal. That's basically just, you have to come to the meeting, that's it. Okay, and when it comes to inbox management, we do manage all the negative replies. We put them in the blacklist so that they don't get future messages from us. When it comes to follow up with the leads, we follow up with them. Once we get a positive reply, we follow up with the lead like 4, 5, 7 days until they book the meeting. We pre-qualify the lead, and we just don't book the like random people. We always try to make sure we're booking qualified people so that your meeting, your time going to be worthy. You are not wasting your time. You will get a qualified lead. That's all we try from our end, and your end, you should just join the meeting and close the deal. That should be your job. That's all from my end. If you have any other question, if you want to know anything else. When it comes to automation, we do automation like Anything. We do automation like Zapier. If we need that, we can do that. If you have go high level, if you have a CRM, we can also do the automation. You can also pass the lead to the go high level. We can set up the automation so that the lead get a reminder messages, reminder email before the meeting. And if you looking for other channel for outreach, like nowadays people are not only depends on cold email, they're also using LinkedIn, they're also using Instagram, they're also using TikTok when it comes to outreach. So we also provide services like LinkedIn outreach. If you need services like that, I can also help you out. My team has the expertise. We can also help you to set up the whole process with the LinkedIn outreach, with cold email outreach. If we do both the things side by side, then chances are more that we are getting more positive response. That's all from my end.
I see the financial aspect of the cooperation. So what is your specific offer? Do you have some pricing or packages, or how do you do that?
Yeah, definitely we do have packages. If you want to build everything from our end, if you want me to buy the domain, the setup, the infrastructure, you don't have to bother any about the setup thing, then you have to pay for minimum monthly $2,000 okay, and with 10 qualified leads per month. Okay, that's, we're gonna assure you will get minimum 10 qualified leads. You will get more, minimum 10 qualified. If you don't get minimum 10 qualified leads, the following month you don't have to pay a single amount of money. We will do the next month for free. Okay, that's the promise, that's the guarantee from our end. And if you need LinkedIn outreach service along with the cold email, then you have to add 500 extra for the service.
I see, I understand. I'm gonna share with you a landing page which is completely unrelated to what we are discussing at the moment. So you can check out this landing page. So I don't know if you are familiar with the DACH region, with the German speaking. Take a look at the landing page. You will figure out what we are trying to do now. This is additional project that we are thinking at the moment, which is completely different from the one that I'm discussing with you at the moment.
Okay.
Uh, but if you could give me, I don't know, a presentation, a specific offer, or whatever the documents you may have, so I can go through the documents. I would love to go through it, and take some time to think about it. That would be awesome.
Sure. What sort of document you're looking for? You want to send you an
I don't
agreement?
know
Any?
what is your like a standard like sales process. I'm guessing the company profile or offer or something like that.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay.
But
Uh,
you already got my email, so you can use the same email.
Yeah, I have your email. No worries. I will send you the document. I will send you our portfolio, our details. If you need any case studies, our website, everything, I will send you over in a
Mhm.
attachment file, in a PDF file, over to your email. Okay, and I will also send you the pricing if you need that.
Okay. Okay. Sounds awesome. Sounds awesome. Thank you kindly. And I apologize once again for taking additional 15 minutes of your time. I know you booked like
No,
a
it's
half an hour.
totally fine, man. You don't have to apologize. It's totally fine, and I'll be looking forward to hearing from you soon. I will send you the email by the end of today or by maybe tomorrow morning your time. Okay?
Sounds awesome. Thank you kindly.
Okay, then have a great day. Bye.
Ciao.